Foxglove friends, welcome to today's reading. I'm Rosalind and this is Foxglove Coaching Spiritual Guidance. So, if you're watching this on the day I release it, then very soon it's Thanksgiving. So a huge happy Thanksgiving to those of you who are celebrating it. Today we are going to be looking at, are they thankful for you? So you can think of a person or a group of people. It doesn't matter if it's a romantic connection, whether it's a friendship, whether it's family related. Just choose who you want to ask about. Take some nice deep breaths and see which card stands out to you. It might be a couple of cards, and obviously for different people you might want to have several goes at this, thinking of different people, and you might choose different piles for each one. The timestamps are in the description. Pile 1 is this debilitated card, number 14. Pile 2 is Trine Sextile, 52. And pile 3 is Pluto, 27. So just take a moment and allow yourself to choose which one's right for you. And I always ask, if you do like the reading, please do like and subscribe. It helps to grow my channel so that I can help more people like you. Enjoy your reading, Foxglove friend. Welcome to today's reading. So you have chosen the debilitated card with discomfort, which is really beautiful, but I have to say it does feel a little bit like the colour has been leached out of it. So there may be something with regards to this relationship where you might feel a little bit tired with the swirls and whirls that have taken place within it. But the card refers to somebody being in a place or a situation that's difficult. So one thing that's mentioned around this card is an example, like if you're a city dweller and then you're put into the countryside and you don't know what to do, it's uncomfortable and you're debilitated. And this can happen within the planets as well. So I feel like you have been a great support to somebody. Whether that's in a health way, whether it's emotionally, whether you've been doing things for them, but you have been a great support to somebody. You have been their cheerleader possibly, or just, been there to listen to them. And that is what's going on here. And then we have the hidden card underneath, which is the 9 of Cups, and that's the wish card. So there's a possibility that you've been a wish come true for somebody. You've really helped them through difficult times, and been a real super support. So we'll have a look. Let's have a look at what else has been going on, and we can get more information than pile 1. But I feel like I want to show you appreciation. So, Spirit, can we have information around are they thankful? For pile 1, please. Are they thankful for pile 1? We've got the Queen of Cups that's just fallen out in reverse there. I feel like that might be the right way up, but we'll consider it with the other cards because it's very much about somebody who's come along as a healer, which would tie into what's going on here. And healing can be in all sorts of different ways, whether you're just willing to listen, offer advice, whether you're physically taking action to help someone, Are they thankful for pile 1, please, Spirit? So we've got the 4 of Pentacles. Let's build up a story and see what's going on. I've got the Ace of Cups. Zoom out just a little bit. Come on, need to these. Zoom out a tad so I can fit a bit more in, because we want more information, don't we, pal one? We've got the Nine of Wands. Excuse me. Okie dokie, and let's get, are they thankful for this person, please, Spirit? Walking with the warrior within. Okay, so this is really, really lovely, actually. In the first instance, I want to say yes, they are. You've brought a lot of love to them, whether you've intended for it to... Well, no, I'm going to say you have brought a lot of love to them. The attention and the help that you've provided has been in the energy of love. And they may have been slightly... well, they might have been wounded in the past. So whether they have had healthcare issues or whether they've actually been wounded by somebody not being very nice to them, or somebody... Maybe they've had issues in a romantic relationship even, where you have helped and supported them through it, or you have shown them love. If you're in a romantic relationship with this person, you've shown them love so that they can heal from their wounds. And they really believe that you've got such a lot of strength, more than they have. Which is really, really nice. I am going to still point out, though, that this may have been somewhat draining for you, pile one. You may have supported them somehow financially, if there's been an inheritance or some sort of financial legacy where you've supported their needs when they haven't got a lot, or either, you know, you've just helped them in some way from a material element. You might have offered them somewhere to stay, or you might have given them some money, or you might have helped them work out their finances. And they do see you as being so much stronger. You know, we've got the metal dragon here, waking the warrior within. But you've also helped them to believe in themselves more, which I feel like you might not realise, pile one, that you've helped them to find clarity and to believe in themselves much more than they ever have done in the past, which is really, really beautiful. So we've got some lovely things going on here, with you being a wish come true. We've got the healing element. You know, we've got a lot of love here, and the support when they've gone through some tough times emotionally, or maybe people haven't been very nice to them. There's all sorts of elements that are really, really positive here. So I am going to say yes. Well, let's have a look. I'm going to get more cards, but it does really look very strongly like they do appreciate you and they are thankful for you, pile one. Spirit, can we have more information about... Let's have information about how pile one's person feels towards them, please. Keep showing up until it isn't scary anymore. I think you've kept showing up. You've kept showing up when they've been afraid. And they might not have even told you they've been afraid. But whether you know that or whether you don't know that, pile one, you've been for them through the scary times. How does pile one's person feel about them, please, Spirit? North Node future. Well, the North Node, I feel like you've helped to keep them on track. You've helped to keep them in alignment, or to bring them back to their true north, so that they can focus on, so that they can make the right choices about their future, pile one, which is really, really positive. I can't help but feel like there is a lot of gratitude here. I don't know if they're showing it to you or if they're not showing it to you, but there is gratitude, you know, and they've felt loved, and you've empowered them, you've supported them when they're scared. I want to get some advice for you. Can we have some advice for pile 1, please, for themselves? Because I am slightly worried about how much this has taken out of you. Let me have some advice for pile 1. Yeah, okay, so you do need to look after yourself a bit more as well. As lovely as it has been, and I'm sure it's been very validating to support this other person in the way that you have, in certain ways, it's really important that you look after you, treat your body as a divine vessel. There is this element of, I feel like if we had a look at if you're a phone, the charge on your phone might be down to about 20%. It's getting a bit tired. It's getting a bit like drained, you know. So make sure you're getting plenty of rest. If this person is calling on you an awful lot, see if somebody can stand in for you, or if you can start allowing them to go it alone a little bit now, because you have given them so much support almost in every element of their life, it feels like. Spirit, what other advice have we got for pile 1, please? Yeah, you need sacred space for you. Create sacred space. You need space for you as well. You can't just keep giving and giving and giving. It's important. I think we've got a bit of quite a clear picture here that it's very important that you have time for you. So however that looks, try to invest time and energy into yourself. Maybe maybe you need to set a boundary that states, after this time you're not available, during this time you're not available, or at these times somebody else steps in to take care of the situation if it's somebody who's dependent on you, just so that you can have a little bit of space and stick to those boundaries. You know, for example, if I'm practicing my violin, I try not to allow myself to answer my phone or whatever, because it throws off the healing benefits of me playing my violin. You know, it takes me out of the zone. So I might go and play my violin for half an hour, or maybe even an hour, and leave my phone downstairs so that I can truly envelop myself in the healing energy of the sound. Things like that. Yeah, you can't be on call 24 hours a day. It's just gonna drain you. Can I have some more advice for pile 1, please, Spirit? What does pile 1 need? What does pile 1 need for themselves? First, what does pile 1 need for themselves? One with the universe. Yeah, I need to manage your energy better. That's coming out really strongly in this pile 1. You know, you might want to do some yoga or some qigong or tai chi. But you see how this person here is their energy centers are glowing because they're strong. They're in a place of peace, calm, tranquility. They've found that sacred space to manage their energy. If you do want to work with me on how to manage your energy better, you can do so. Just check out my website in the description, and there's a Let's Talk page, and we can do coaching around how to manage your energy better. Especially if you're a sensitive person, if you are that healing kind of empathic type of person, you may find that you can soak things up like a sponge, and it can affect your energy. You can feel very drained, you can feel very depleted sometimes. You could possibly even get a bit down on occasion because you might have people taking your beautiful healing energy because they need healing, but it's important that people stand on their own feet if possible. If they're not dependent, then sometimes they need to stand on their own feet and learn their lessons themselves. So that's what you need for you. I want to see, what do you need from the person that you're inquiring about, pile one? Because I think that's an interesting question. What do you need from the person that you're inquiring about, pile one? You need them to be a little bit more fearless. You need them to fight their own battles, to feel empowered, conquer the fear. So, they're standing in this water. Water's very much about emotions. It's like raising themselves up and out of the emotions so that they can take action and have clarity to stand in their own right, in their own energy, in their own strength, so that you don't have to keep supporting them so much. Now, the question is how? How can we support that taking place? Spirit, please can you advise, what can pile one do to help enable that? Because I completely understand how that could be very lovely. It might be this bit about the sacred space and having your boundaries in place so that you're not available constantly, because sometimes that can take away it sort of takes away their learning lessons. Yeah, love non-attached. So if this person is an adult that you're inquiring about, let's do that first. If they're an adult, love them without attachment to their issues. So there's a book called I'm Okay, You're Okay, and it talks about sometimes we get pushed into like a parental role, even if we're not a parent, but even if we are a parent but we're dealing with adult children, there comes a point where we have to go, I love you and I expect the best for you and I see you in the best way, and I accept that you're okay. So instead of keep worrying about them, we go, I love you, you're okay. And it means that they're okay to look after their own issues, that they're mature enough, that you shift the dynamic to believe that if you let them go, then they will have the capability of finding a solution to this scenario. So you need to detach from the dynamics that you've currently got in place so that they can start to stand in their own light instead of leaning on you so much. And I understand there's elements of that might feel hard. But even if it's with children who aren't of an adult age, you can encourage them by not having the immediate answers for them, by going, well, what would you do? How would you deal with this? And step back and don't be so quick to intervene, pile one. Just to kind of ease the dynamic that's currently in place, because they are leaning on you quite heavily, is how it feels. And at the end of the day, as caring and as lovely as you are, you still have to live this life for you. You weren't put on this planet to have all your energy depleted by caring for others. And even if you are in a caring job, you still need to have time to rebuild your energy fields. You need to have time and tranquility that is just for you, because you have been put on this planet to experience life for you. You don't need to be there to facilitate the needs of absolutely everybody else or one particular person. I'm going to get one more card as an outcome card for you based on what we've said. So the outcome is based on being able to make the shifts and changes gently, you know, do it in love. Love them enough to let them stand in their own light, to learn their own lessons, pile one, is what's coming through here. What is the potential outcome based on making those shifts and changes? Oh, look at that! I have to laugh because, oh, you couldn't write it, could you? What a gorgeous card for starters, but rest and retreat. So this is the outcome. You know, look, this person is in a beautiful bath with all the petals, has a lovely serene surrounding. The cherry blossom represents new beginnings and the joy of life. I'm afraid I don't know what that bird represents, so I do apologise, but I'm sure it represents something good. Oh, don't you just want that to be nurtured and to be reinvigorated and to have that beautiful time and serenity for yourself? That is the outcome, pal one. It's time to make it happen for you. So much love to you. If you liked this, please do click on like and subscribe. What a marvellous reading. I think this is lovely. I think it's brilliant. If you want to work with me in any way, check out my website because that's for coaching. Check out my Buy Me a Coffee links because you can actually buy me a coffee if you like this reading, but you can also book one-to-one readings with me, past life regressions, all through the Buy Me a Coffee shop. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hello, pal 2. Welcome to today's reading. So you have picked the trine and sextile. Now this is very much about two people supporting each other. This could be a romantic relationship, it could be a partnership, but it's where you lean into the path of least resistance and kind of, it's a positive card for connections and support. Like cheering one another on or adding strength and value to the other person. So your person may feel that you've added strength and value to their life, that you've brought something positive into this person's life and you've made life easier for them. You know, it's helped to make life much easier for them. Let's have a look what's under here. Yeah, so we've got the Sanunos card. So basically, this quite often is when two lovers spend time, you know, like when you're newly in love or you've got a new relationship and you're kind of having a fun time and you stop worrying about that's responsibilities lurking. Responsibilities are lurking as they're rested and satiated. I don't know what the word is, but they've had a nice time. Part 2. So, you know, this looks like it might be relationship related, romantic relationship related, but it could just be the fact that it's a relationship where you've supported each other, you've had a nice time together, and you've kind of blown caution to the wind, thrown caution to the wind. I'm not getting my words quite right, am I, in this one? That's interesting. So it looks like you've brought a nice time to this person that you're inquiring about in a positive way. Let's have a little bit more of a look at what's going on. So, Spirit, please can you advise, is pile 2's person thankful for them? Let's have a look at more information. Is pile 2's person thankful for them? We've got the Hermit. So there's a chance that they were quite alone before you came along. Is pile two's person thankful for them? Bit of a lone wolf. That's interesting. We've got the Queen of Swords in reverse. We've got the feral, I can never say that word either. Feralt, which is basically the alchemist. So creating new things in life, turning liquids into gold kind of thing. And then we've got Justice. Wow, this is very powerful. So maybe they feel like they've got what they deserve by you coming into their life. At last, they feel like they've got what they've been waiting for. You may have had, this person may have been in a position of sorrow and kind of a hardened heart. So because of what they've been through in the past, and you've started to create something together that's allowed them to feel like they've got what they should have been getting in life. So there's been this person has had a lot of disappointments with relationships. They've had a lot of loneliness in their past. I want more. Tell me more. This one? Which one? This one. Spirit. Does Pal 2's person, are they thankful for Pal 2, please? Can you tell me more? Are they thankful for Pal 2? I mean, heck, it kind of looks like they are. That you've brought joy and ease into their life, that you've taken away the loneliness, that you've started creating with things with them. Is Pal 2 thankful for you? Yeah, so it's really, I want to say, for some of you, there may still be issues where their heart's a little bit closed off. They might run hot and cold sometimes. Just take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. But for some of you, I feel like they may be struggling to go from the loneliness. There might be struggles with trust. Even though you're creating great things and they're kind of pleased that they've got what they wanted in life at last, I feel like they might be jumping between enjoying this scenario and the fear kicking in of whether they can trust that this scenario is actually okay. But you are here. What you're doing is helping to clear some of the blockages that are going on with them, helping to clear those past pains and wounds and things like that. Let's put that there. So, Spirit, is Pile 2's person thankful? So I feel like an element of them is thankful, but at the same time, an element of them is afraid. And it's a bit like you kind of bringing them out of their comfort zone. So part of them wants to almost stay in their comfort zone because they're afraid of what's coming through. It's a lot. There's sort of a lot of emotion going on here. Maybe things have happened quite quickly even, but yeah, there's a lot. So I think part of them is thankful. The other part of them is kind of freaking out. Is what I want to say. And I feel like you're almost having to keep chipping away at that, which might be a bit hard for you. Right, does their person... I kind of get the card. Okay, so... is that you or them? I feel like you need to believe that this is going to work out. So try not to be too reactive to their reactions. They need to have time to believe that this is true. That's what they need. They need a bit of time to realise that this isn't going to go away. There may be abandonment issues here, pile 2. There might be anxious attachment styles, or even I forgot the other one. Basically, where they step back from you every now and again emotionally. They might end up being emotionally available on occasion because they're struggling to believe whether this is real or not, whether you are genuine or not. So I'm going to have a look. What does pal... Oops, sorry folks. What does pal 2 need to know for them? What does pal 2... What's the advice for pal 2? What's the advice for pal 2? Because we've kind of got a... Yes, they're thankful for you, but at the same time they don't know if they should be because they're not sure if you're real. It's what I want to say. There's a bit of caution going on. What's the advice for pal 2? Yeah, softness and gentleness. So that's not only towards them, but that's to yourself as well. So make sure that you're clear about your boundaries, but also try and be kind and compassionate to them, because that will support their belief in you. You know, if you just recognise what they're going through, you may have your own issues being triggered along this point. So be gentle to yourself as well. And I think the thing is, try to choose the path of peace. So if there is a bit of reactivity going on, rather than buying into that emotion, because you can mirror other people. You can, when you come together in a closer relationship, whether it's romantic or whatever this relationship is, pal 2, you can mirror. You kind of get drawn together because by mirroring each other's issues, whether it's from the same reason or not. So you might be both mirroring insecurity. You might both be mirroring issues with trust, but there might be different reasons for that in the background. So just be kind to yourself and observe what's going on and allow yourself to choose paths of peace. So just say to yourself, for today, I choose peace, and then so that you don't react to what's going on. Can I have some more advice? Let's have some more advice, please, for pal 2. So just try to show appreciation to them is what I want to say, where you can. Celebrate the unknown journey. Yeah, I think there might be some control elements going on from both sides here. Trying to hold on tight because of fear. So and try to be excited about the fact that you've got the potential of the world in front of you. You've got the potential of what you can create. One's just flown out then. Yeah, because you deserve it. So make sure that you are mattering in this process. As much as you may care about the other person or want things from them, make sure that you're focusing on your personal development and also how you matter in life, so that you're not living in their shadow or you're not a reflection of them. Make sure that you recognise who you are. Now then, what does pal 1 need for themselves? What does pal 1 need for themselves? Yeah, release your attachments. Interesting. So, I want to say maybe cut some of the cords to negative elements between the two of you and to other people. So, you need to let certain things die away that aren't serving you anymore, and that might be other relationships, either whether it's friendships, or things that are applying pressure to this in certain ways. Just give them a bit of space, and as you're going through the changes of coming into this situation with your person that you've chosen, I think you need to recognise that certain things need to change on your side, that you're stepping into a different life, a different chapter, and gently and kindly as much as possible release things that are getting in the way of the happiness of what you're committing to with this. I'm going to say, Spirit. So if you need any help with cutting cords, or you need help with looking at what you need to release, you can work with me through with people. I do therapeutic techniques, spiritual and holistic techniques, um, as well as neurolinguistic programming and all sorts of different things to help change the patterns in your life so that you can lead a happy, peaceful, contented, and joyful life in alignment with your soul. It's very transformational, it's really positive, it's going to give you a happier life than you've had before. You can always work with me. Just have a look at my website, www.foxglovecoaching.com, and there's a Let's Talk page on there that you can fill in, and we can work together to support you in having the best life that you can. Now, Spirit, what does Pal 2 need from the person that they're inquiring about, please? What do they need from the person they're inquiring about? Okay, so that's really pretty. You need the person that you're inquiring about to be open-hearted and willing to be curious enough about where this relationship's going to go. You need them to be open to the potential of the future. How can Pal 2 support that, please? Spirit, how can Pal 2 support that? How can Pal 2 support that? I love that card, it's really lovely. Yeah, and we had the cherry blossom element in Pal 1, which is, a lot of these blossoms are to do with new beginnings. Real challenge equals great change. Wow, so it's a pretty big deal, this, and I feel like this person's going through a lot of these things. They need to be willing to go through these things. So what can you do to support that? I think maybe you just need to be willing to go with the flow a little bit. Let's have another card. What does Pal 2 need to do? So if you are challenging certain elements of, certain things for them, it will help shift into the future. It's just, I think you need to be a bit steadfast and I want to say mature about it, which might sound, I mean it in the sense that you might need to see what they're going through and get higher perspective, step out and away from it emotionally and go, right, what are they going through? And instead of going, well, what about me? Recognize what they're going through and try to be understanding and compassionate. There's a right mixture of things going on here. There are gifts in every challenge. Yeah, we've got challenge twice. So it is going to, I think it's to recognise that this is going to be a challenge, pal 2, but it's going to be positive if you can wait it out and recognise, choose softness and gentleness where you can. Enjoy the fact that you're going through this journey, even if challenges are involved. Recognise what you need, while also trying to be compassionate to them. It's quite complex, this, I think, pal 2. Let me see what the potential outcome is if you can embrace the challenges that you're going through with this. Spirit, what is the potential outcome for pal 2 with this? Well, I'm saying person. It feels like a person and not a group. But just take what applies and leave behind what doesn't. Spirit, what is the potential outcome, please, for pal 2? Yeah, okay. Let go of control. Metal monkey's interesting. I'm a metal monkey. Um, and that's funny. It says let go of control. So I do understand what's going on. So you need to let go of fear and enable intuition and kind of go with the flow of things. Because this might be triggering certain fears for you as well, you might be kind of applying some pressure that's unnecessary to the situation. So just draw a line under any things that have been a little bit more difficult, I want to say. And go with the flow. We've got the celebrate the unknown journey, let go of control. Just need to relinquish things so that you can go with the flow and have fun. Have fun as much as you can. I feel like there's a lot of positivity here, but when you come into something new that's really great, it will push a lot of fears. It will push challenges with other people in your life. It has a really big ripple effect when a big shift and change comes into play like this has done. So just be as kind to yourself and to others as possible, pal 2. Thank you for watching. If this did resonate, please do click the like and subscribe button. It really helps to grow my channel so that I can help more people like you. Take care, pal 2. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Pal 3, welcome to today's reading. Now then, you have chosen Pluto. Pluto, it's really interesting. Pluto has come out because if you're watching this from like near the time that I actually released it, Pluto has just gone through a 16-year phase to do with Capricorn and has just entered Aquarius and will be there for the next 20 years. So there's some real big shifts and changes with the energy of Pluto. Now this card talks about people. Your person may have gone through some tough times. There may be different power struggles with this person or with this group of people. It can be to do with grief or depression or obsession, but there's rebirth in here. So just take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. We'll get more into what's going on in a minute because it's a bit difficult at this point. I'm just trying to feel into the energy of this, but the cards will help me to understand if there's been an abuse of power or anything like that. But then we've got the Prince of Wands. Now the Prince of Wands is fast moving. They have great ideas and they want to go quickly, and so things might have shifted quite a lot quite quickly with this person, and maybe they've focused on you and maybe they've got a bit obsessed with you. Let's have a look. I want to see what's... This is curious, pal 3. Let's have a little look what's going on. Spirit. Let's just do... is person... If, blah, 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 blah. I do apologise. Oh, there we go. I didn't need to say the words. There's been, some hardship here. Now, somebody has been saying things that aren't very nice about somebody else, and I'm just going to get some more cards out to see if this person has had that happen to them, if they're the one who's going through a bad time, or if they've been saying things about you that aren't very nice. I don't think it's that, but I think it's more that they've been having a really difficult time as they've gone through some fast stuff. Spirit, are they thankful? Are they thankful for pile 3, please? No. We've got the 3 of Swords there. We've got the King of Pentacles. And we've got the Fool. Now, I'm going to give it as I'm getting it. I'm feeling at the minute that they're a bit self-motivated, pal 3. I'm feeling that this person or this group of people may not have said the best things about you. I do feel like it might be that. Well, I'll give you another scenario in a minute so you can take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. I feel like they might have hurt you. I feel like they've been focused on material things. They've maybe gone through some grief for some of you, which has pushed them to behave, in not such a great way. And although the Fool card is usually really positive, I feel like maybe they have actually been a fool, is what I want to say, pal 3. And kind of not understood the consequences of their actions. Let me get more in. Well, I said I'd give you another scenario. So, for some of you, it might be that the person you're inquiring about has had a lot of things happen to them that have been really hurtful. They've been stabbed in the back. They've been emotionally hurt, and they've come to you for safety and security because they've been quite innocent in how they've experienced this, and it's made them feel really down and upset and a bit reactive. So just take what resonates, pile 3. I think we've got 2 possible different scenarios going on here, so I'm going to try and read for both of them. Spirit, please can you tell me, are they thankful for pile 3? Are they thankful for our Foxglove friend? Interesting. Oh, these things just fell out. This is interesting because we have both these cards in pile 2, but they've just jumped out. So I think you possibly need to be... Either you've shown them a lot of gentleness, or you need to be more gentle with yourself here. And there's blockages where they're maybe shutting down emotionally, that you might be helping them to unclear, to unblock, or it's impacted on you in a negative way. Spirit, can I have a bit more information? Are they thankful for pile 3, please? At the minute, I'm feeling like this. Hold on. We've got your path is expansion. Joy is your right. It's a funny energy, this pile 3. Spirit, are they thankful for pile 3, please? if I'm honest, whichever way we're looking at it, I feel like they almost aren't in the headspace to be thankful for you at the minute. Whether it's because they've suffered so much that they're completely embroiled in that, or whether it's because they've kind of caused suffering. I feel like they're a bit self-focused, a bit self-focused on what they want, on what they desire in life, of where they're trying to get to, and they might have been in negative states, you know, like I say, there might have been some depression, or they might have felt down, but I feel like there's a lot of issues with this person that, and it, you know, take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. If this doesn't sound like your person, then maybe pick a different pile, but I don't feel like there's been a lot of negativity for this person, either towards you or for themselves, and they're lost in whatever it is that they're focused on, and it feels like they're not entirely focused on you, even if you're trying to help them, or even if you've been the subject of kind of collateral damage, is what I want to say, as this person's gone through this process. Right, let's have a look at, can I have some advice for pile 3, please, Spirit? Can I have some advice for pile 3? Can I have some advice for pile 3? Knowledge brings wisdom. Okay, so you might have had some clarity about what's going on with this situation, or you might have had, you might need to understand a bit more before. Luna's knocking into me. Sorry, folks. She's trying to dig a bed next to me and knocking my elbow. You might need to, before you get any more involved with this group of people or person, if you can, I'd find out a bit more. I'd be very tentative about engaging too much in this. You might have stepped away altogether. Sorry, that's Luna barking, because the weather's terrible here today, pile 3. It's windy and rainy and awful. Right, let me get you some more advice. Spirit, can I have some more? I feel like you need to make sure that you matter in this. You know, that whatever you've been through, there's always gifts. There's always a silver lining in whatever challenges you've experienced, because it can develop you at a self-confidence level, a self-esteem, self-love, all that sort of thing. Be present with things that arise. So if you've got any red flags stepping up, acknowledge that, you know, don't ignore them, pile 3. If something's coming up that you feel isn't right, whether you're supporting this person or whether it's coming from this person, recognise red flags that either they're experiencing or that they're aiming at you, and don't ignore it. It's important that, you know, you matter in this scenario. Spirit, what does? Make sure you're nice and grounded as well, pal 3. So make sure to take some nice deep breaths. Imagine your roots going into the ground, so that your energy, set the intention of being fully grounded energetically, so that you can deal with whatever's going on here. It's creating a shift. The rebirth element is there, so it is creating a shift that is allowing, there's lots of learning lessons in this, lots of learning lessons for you at a soul level as you're going through this situation. So it's important to be present with where you're at each day at a time to get through all this. Spirit, what does pile 3 need? Yeah, interesting. Look, who is loyal to you? Who's loyal to you, pal 3? Reconnect with ancestral love. So tune into spirit. Know that you, even if you don't know who your ancestors are, you have got a huge amount of support from the spirit world. Trust and have faith in them. If you literally have got a dog, spend some time with them and go out for a walk and kind of give yourself a moment to breathe. But whoever you believe in, allow yourself to, send up prayers, ask for support, but also remember who you are. So one thing that's really nice to say that seems to ground and center you is, I know who I am. Take a nice deep breath and say, I know who I am. And just repeat that to yourself, either in your mind or out loud if possible. And remember what you have been through in life. Remember what your loves and likes are. Remember the people who have gone through different things, your ancestors who've experienced different things in life, to support your freedom right now, is what I want to say, pile 3, and allow that to count for something and to empower you and to make you feel, that you matter as part of this scenario. Now then, let's have a look. What do you need from your person, pile 3? What do you need from your person? What do you need from your person? What do you need from your person? Light and shadow. Interesting. The sun's setting on here, so you may need this person to actually be leaving your life. Just take that if it resonates, leave it behind if it doesn't. But you may need the person to understand themselves more, what is good within themselves and what is, what the issues are, what the light is, what the dark issues are. So the shadow self is often about either depression or it's about the shadow elements of who we are. So the sides of ourselves that we might not like so much. You might need the person to understand more about how they impact on others, how you might need them to take responsibility for what they're going through, to seek help for themselves, that sort of thing. Let's see how you can support that. How can pile 3 support their person either leaving the life if that's applicable, or understanding themselves better so they can get there? Let your light shine brightly. So the thing is, you need to clear and cleanse your energy. Remember who you are so that you can be in a positive vibe. So make sure that you are being positive, and stop being influenced by their negativity. So that you can be totally who you are. Now that's either going to be a positive influence that, that's going to help them to go, well, actually, yes, I want to be more like this. I want to make changes so that I can be more like this. Or it's going to allow you to step away from this person in a positive way, because you know that you matter in this life and that you're a unique being and you deserve the right to be shining everything that you are without being squashed in any way. Pile 3. So, what is the potential outcome? What is the potential outcome? What is the potential outcome if pile 3 does let their own light shine brightly and stops hiding under a bushel and allows themselves to be fully empowered to have what they want in life. Oh, golly. Golly, golly, gosh, pal 3. Phoenix rising from the ashes. How much better could that be? So, from the difficulties that you've been through, or even, like I say, if it applies to this other person, you can take that you can either both, soar and become better and become the new version, rebirth. Phoenix is all about rebirth. So I feel strongly that this essentially is about you, pal 3, that you can step into your own light, that you can be more wonderful and brilliant than ever before, that you can have everything you want in life. I feel like this reading, like I say, is for several different scenarios. So for some of you, it might be that they are able to, if it's something where you're supporting someone and you'll know already if they're decent and they're just going through a difficult time, then they will be able to rise from the ashes as well. But if it's somebody who's not been very nice to you, then stepping away from them and letting the sun go down on this situation is going to enable you to actually come out of this as a whole new person with more self-confidence, more self-esteem, into a better way of being. Your soul will be invigorated, and you're just going to have such a more positive life from this. So thank you so much for watching, pal 3. I wish you lots and lots of luck. This is obviously a very challenging time, I want to say, for you. If you do want to work with me through coaching to support you through this, you can have a look on my website, which is www.foxglovecoaching.com, and you can go onto the Let's Talk page and fill in the form, and we can look at how to do a long-term coaching exercise to bring you more happiness, peace and joy in your life. Or you can get a one-to-one reading with me by going onto the Buy Me a Coffee link, which is all in the description of this video. If you did like this, please do like and subscribe so that I can support more people like you. Take care, pal 3. Bye-bye.